Alisson wins it with the final kick of the game, or header in this case. Can you believe it? Liverpool full steam ahead to the top four. Chelsea and Leicester under pressure. This is why we love football. Here we go! Liverpool 2, West Bromwich Albion 1, and goalkeeper Alisson scores the winner. He comes up for a last-minute corner. Bang! Back of the net. What euphoria, ecstasy, excitement, now biting tension. Liverpool get away with one maybe, but what pressure. What pressure you are now going to see Chelsea and Leicester City under. There are 2 games to go. Liverpool sit 5th on 63 points. They are 1 point behind Chelsea, and they are 3 points behind Leicester City. But the goal difference is what matters. Leicester City and Liverpool are level on goal difference. Chelsea are 1 off. The next game is Chelsea-Leicester. The team that drops points, maybe both will, but one of those teams is going to miss out on the top 4. One of those teams is going to miss out on the top 4 as a cast iron fact. If Liverpool beat Burnley, win midweek and then beat Burnley on the last day of the season, there's still a way to go for Liverpool. But the pressure is on Leicester. The pressure is on Chelsea. And I can't believe it. Alisson did it. Alisson. How many times do you see goalkeepers come up and get in the way? How many times do you see goalkeepers come up and do nothing in the box? And he bulleted it. Wow. I can't believe it. I actually can't believe I've seen a goalkeeper score not just a goal, but maybe one of the most decisive goals of the Premier League season. Absolutely phenomenal. They didn't look like winning the game. They were huffing and puffing. And Alisson goes up there and writes his name into the history books, writes himself deeper into the folklore of Liverpool. Oh my God. Oh my God. What a way to end the game. Lennon Sweet here says Alisson, second best goalkeeper in the Premier League. Only Edison is clear, is what Lennon Sweet has got to say today. We're going to go to your super chats as they're coming thick and they are coming fast. We have one here from Aaron, who says, Alisson, you beautiful, beautiful man. The passion was real. Never give up. I don't want to see Shaqiri or Wijnaldum in a Liverpool shirt again. Just not good enough for this club. Philip Hunt back in the house today says, on my birthday, no less. This is why we love football. Alisson is the best goalkeeper in the world, but that performance was terrible. Need to be better, is what Philip has got to say here. Keep your super chats coming in today. Guess Terry's man of the match. It's going ahead. Get your super chat guesses in. If you guess right, you go into the prize draw for a shirt of your choice. Sam here says, what the F? Well in, love it. The mentality is back. Top 4, here we come. By the way, love the streams. Always tune in. Thank you very much, Sam, for always tuning into the Terrace. We appreciate it massively. Scouse ref gave Liverpool 4 minutes. Should have been 3. Do you know what I loved about today's game? And I will say this. Oh, Sir Alex Ferguson pays for VAR. VAR is against us. No. VAR just gives the decisions that are decisions. It was definitely offside for West Brom's goal because the goalie's view was being blocked. But if that happens against you, don't cry like a baby. 3 minutes maybe should have been added on. But you got 4. Deal with it. Nothing stopped West Brom scoring in those last 4 minutes. But Liverpool went and got the job done. And the pressure. And by the way, I think the pressure right now is on one team and one team only. That is Chelsea. If Leicester fall away, so I'm going to take a little sip of my whiskey here. Sunday afternoon whiskey and Coke. If Leicester fall out, they've still had a great season. Chelsea have to win on Tuesday. What a game that's going to be. We'll be live for that one also. Man like here's my rebuttal says, Thiago is the man of the match. Maybe. Keep guessing. We need to improve, is what Tahir says. His father passed away. Then he had a newborn, all in 2021. He deserved it. Oh, can you imagine how Alisson is feeling right now in terms of the euphoria, the ecstasy, the excitement? He must just be blown away. Blown away. There's no doubt about it. Keep guessing who you think my man of the match is. And I will reveal the winner at the end. Alisson is playing FIFA, is what James believes. I hear you on that. Do me a favor, though, by the way. Hit that like button. Over 2,300 people tuning in, but only 221 likes. What you doing? Hit that like button now, my people. Let's get that done. Let's get this stream trending across social media. How can Alisson not be man of the match just for the end? My goalkeeping striker is what Aza HD has got to say there. Jeez, it was just sensational. And Liverpool, did they deserve it? Listen, they were the better team. They had the most attacks. They were the most aggressive. But it just felt like it was going to fall through their fingers. And we spoke about this the other day. Courage. Confidence. Bottle to the end. And Liverpool had it. They had the cojones. They had the guts. They had the big, bulging ball bags to get that over the line. Alisson goes up. Gets he's assertive. He gets himself in a position to score. He doesn't just put himself. Some goalies put themselves in the box and don't really do anything. Oh, I'm just here to look good. I tried my best. Look at me, I got gloves on. That's what they try. Alisson didn't. Alisson tried to score, got himself there, and he did it. Man of the match, Thiago. Man was running riot in the midfield, is what Nevins Thomas believes. Keep those guesses coming in. Keep those guesses coming in. If Chelsea win the Champions League, Liverpool get top 4. Well, you won't know that until after. Like, if Liverpool come 5th and Chelsea win the Champions League, they don't get it. It doesn't go down a place like that. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Doesn't work at all. Can you imagine the pressure on Chelsea going into the Champions League final if they don't make it into the top 4? Ooh! Oh, it'll be amazing. Sam back again says, remember last season when we didn't play well, but we still pushed on to the last minute. That's why we won the league. This is what we need to do consistently. That there is courage, relentlessness, belief, all coupled into one modern day contemporary phrase, bottle, having bottle to keep going. Don't give up. Keep trying until the last because it'll come off. It was like Liverpool of the last 2 years today. 100%. Daniel says, that's why I love this game. From the depths of despair to euphoria. One shot, one goal, well in Alisson. Top 4 still. Top 4's not alive, Daniel. It's beating. It's advantage. You may be behind Chelsea and you may be behind Leicester, but it's advantage you because it is a categoric, scientific, mathematical certainty that one, if not both, are dropping points in the next game. You then, who are you playing? I want to make sure I get this right. It's then Burnley. You were right. I was right. You then play Burnley, mate. You got Burnley. You're going to beat Burnley on Wednesday. And then, boom, there you are. Pole position. Then you've got to play Crystal Palace. You slap them on the final day of the season. Liverpool, you're there. You've done it. You've done it. Jeez. We're going to start going to calls very, very soon. Winnerpool here says, Terry, this was a result for having this experience of the last 3 years. Mentality giants are waking up, is what's being said there. Monsieur says, it's these games that have cost us. Well, not today. These games are what won you the league. It's the games where you lost the courage, where you lost the bottle, where you lost the belief. They're the games that cost you, my bro. They're the games that cost you. Alpha, as you said, Terry, courage, relentlessness, belief, bottle. Everything Chelsea were lacking yesterday. That is what Alpha said. That's not my words. It's what Alpha is saying today. Let's keep scrolling through these super chats. Keep the super chats coming, ladies and gentlemen. So happy for Ali. Well-deserved win for us. The mentality is coming back just in time for next season. Lots of happy Liverpool fans here this afternoon. Liverpool are going to get top 4 with Van Dijk and Gomez out for the whole season. I still can't believe it. I believe it. You got one of the best. Liverpool still have one of the best teams in the world. You still do. Even without those two, you're still brilliant. And you're still good enough for top 4. 100%. 110%. Right. We're going to start going to some fan calls now. Keep those super chats coming in, ladies and gentlemen. First up on the show, we're getting man like Sonny on to have he say. Sonny's going to be here with us right now. How you feeling, mate?
I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. Our goalkeeper's just scored a last-minute winner. I'm telling it to myself, I cannot believe it. There's no better way to win a game than your goalkeeper scoring a last-minute winner. And like you said about those goalkeepers, usually they just go up to the box to just be there, innit? Like they're just there to say, yeah, well, look, I came up at the end. I risked myself. I didn't really go for the ball, but I just came up in the end. Alisson went for that header. You know he's one of the tallest players on the pitch. He went for that header. He's the best goalkeeper in the league for a reason. See people saying Edison and stuff. Look at that defense in front of Edison. Alisson is the best goalkeeper in the league by a mile. And Thiago today, there's not a player in the Premier League who's more calm, more composed. I'd almost go as far as saying technically gifted than Thiago. I thought that was his best game in a Liverpool shirt today. I'm genuinely speechless. Our goalkeeper's just got a last-minute winner, and he's going to get us top 4. That is what we're going to remember when we get top 4. Oh.
No doubt about it. And do you know what's interesting? Like, football fans love to banter each other. You know, Man United fans have been getting crap all year. Oh, how are you celebrating top 4 like it's a trophy? I'm just looking at a picture here of the faces of the Liverpool players at that goal. And of course, they're massively happy for Alisson because goalkeepers don't score goals, right? But at the same time, this almost certainly secures top 4. You've said you're going to do it. Are you completely comfortable now that the mentality is there, the quality is there to get you over the line and be in the UEFA Champions League next season?
There's no way our goalkeeper scores a last-minute winner. We go away to Old Trafford, we win that game. There's no way we have the moments in this season and not get top 4. It has to happen. There's no way it doesn't happen.
110%.
110%. Look at the players. What are you going to take from that game? Like, your goalkeeper scored a header. I tell you, we could actually use Alisson from corners. We don't score goals from set pieces anymore. I think we scored like 2 set pieces this season. If Alisson comes up more, maybe chuck Nat Phillips at the back, see what he can do. We could score a couple more goals.
No, I do hear you. Not that point. I hear you in terms of the top 4.
Oh, you know what I'm coming from with that. Nat Phillips could do a job.
You're not going to throw the goal out for every corner. But I hear what you're saying in terms of being ready for this top 4. And you should, in my opinion, you should now qualify. You've got Burnley and Palace. Your games are easy when you look at what Chelsea and what Leicester have got to go through. You should be winning those last 2 games. And what a miraculous turnaround for you. There's no doubt about it whatsoever. Sonny, stay backstage. We'll get you back on with everybody really, really soon. Next up, Ram is here. What you got to say, mate?
My goalkeeper, you know. My goalkeeper. Yo, I have never been this happy this season because all that Alisson's gone through, what happened with his dad, and then from going from that point of lowness to the mistakes that he's made this season, gave birth to a new baby boy. Great, congratulations to the family. But bro, I can't speak right now. It's just absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Right, we huffed and we puffed and we couldn't get the ball into the back of the net, and then out of all the players, not Mo Salah, not Thiago, not Mane, not Firmino, our goalkeeper Alisson scored a goal. Oh my God, it's absolutely incredible. This feeling is it's so good. It is absolutely great.
Listen, mate, I totally get that. How confident are you now of securing top 4?
I'm confident that we'll beat Crystal Palace, but Burnley's still Burnley. Burnley is still Burnley. Like, Sean Dyche knows how to ruin a party for Liverpool. Like, you saw it with what happened at Anfield. Like, he's been the bane of us since Jurgen Klopp came to this football club. So for now, I'm keeping my hopes up, but I'm still a little bit skeptical about what's going to happen, especially what happens at Burnley.
No, I understand why. Sonny's all out here, 100%. We're in. We've done it. We've made it. He's cracking open the champagne already, and I do understand that from his point of view. His point of view as well. In
So
terms
Terry,
of,
I just want to quickly say, because people forget, yeah. Do you see that finish from Mo Salah? That superb finish that he had.
I didn't miss it. I've said this before for weeks now. Mo Salah's the greatest, Liverpool's greatest ever Premier League player. He's clutch. He scores goals in over 66% of the games he plays in. He's an inside forwards. He's clutch. He's clinical when he needs to be. Without Mo Salah, Liverpool would not have achieved what they've done in the last 4 or 5 years. He is sensational. He's absolutely sensational.
Absolutely. And big up Thiago. Like Thiago, I've criticized him multiple times saying that he's not having a massive impact in the game. This time he showed up. This time, this is the Thiago that I was expecting. Recycling the ball, making those quick passes, trying to dictate the game, trying to put those balls into the box where the likes of Salah, Mane, and Firmino can latch onto. He's just all round. He had a great game. I think for me, he was my man of the match.
No, mate, I totally understand that. I totally understand why you would say that. I really do. Listen, we'll get you back on with everybody else very, very soon. We're going to go to Safe now. Safe's with us. What you got to say, mate?
What's up, Terry? Hey, I just can't believe what I've seen. Like, I genuinely feel like I celebrated this goal more than I celebrated Origi's goal in the Champions League final. Like, how? Do you know when he started running up? Yeah, I was thinking like, why are we sending the keeper up? When is the last time a keeper's gone and scored a goal, and let alone a winning goal? But Terry, it literally just happened. This game, yeah, I had to listen to the first part on the radio because I was driving. And as soon as West Brom scored, yeah, I was like, typical Liverpool, go beat United, give ourselves hope and everything, and then just go and concede. And then just go and lose to a team like West Brom.
Yeah.
And the whole game, I'm just like, yeah, we're just typical. Like, and then they went and scored their goal. It got disallowed. And I was like, it got disallowed for a reason. Like, I feel like there's a sign and everything. And then obviously Alisson came with God knows what. Like, I just can't process what the hell just happened. Like, just absolute madness. But I'm hoping like there's a lot of belief now in the team. I don't think we would have scored a goal like that a couple of weeks ago, simply because I feel like as soon as we were down, or as soon as we're like it's coming towards the end of the game, like we just don't feel like we can get across the line. And I felt like today was a little bit different. We're pressing a little bit harder, despite the fact that like our passing wasn't even that great. Like Shaqiri, I'm not gonna lie, I love him to bits, yeah, but I don't even know what he was doing half the time. And then having someone like Thiago on the pitch who takes responsibility, who's looking at making passes, who's trying to create play from where he is, he looks a lot more comfortable now. And I think that makes a big, big difference on the team. And obviously now we just got that belief all the way to the final whistle.
Mate, I totally get where you're coming from. And I think that what was interesting for me watching as a neutral today is you didn't look like you were gonna do it. And I think we've become used to it this season where when Liverpool don't look like they're going to achieve, they don't. But then the last 2 games, the way you blew Man United away and the way you came up trumps in the last minute, for me was typical Liverpool under Klopp, if that makes sense. And that belief was there. And if this now, if this seed continues to grow, that confidence continues to grow and get back into this Liverpool team, you've got Burnley and Palace. When you look at who Leicester and Chelsea have got to play respectively, top 4 is more than in your hands. That's a cast iron fact in itself. How confident are you now at getting over the line, securing UEFA Champions League football next year, and then just being able to draw a line under this season and come in again?
Do you know what? Like, I know it sounds wild, but I feel like we could consider, I wouldn't say a successful season, but I will be more than happy if we manage to get that top 4 spot, despite the season that we've had. If we manage to finish above Chelsea, like, obviously, I want you to get me and David on a video together and just have a bit of fun. But do you know, it's just, I feel like I'll be happy with the way the season goes. I'll be happy with top 4 and everything. And I think talking about the teams coming up, Burnley and Crystal Palace, they're not going to be easy games. Because Crystal Palace always throw a spanner in the works for Liverpool. Always. Like, that 3-3 literally still like vibrates in my heart somewhere. That every time I hear Crystal Palace, I just get a little bit shaky. But and I think Burnley as well, like they're going to be very strong defensively. They're not going to let us break them down and stuff like that. So there's still a bit of a distance to go, but I'm quite confident.
I totally hear you on that, mate. We'll speak to you again very, very soon. Top man, thank you very, very much. Safe. Next up, we've got Tom Little. He's here with us. What are you saying, little Tommy?
Bro, that is mad. I was sat there when that corner's getting taken going. We've thrown away top four. We've done it again. This season needs to do one. And then my goalkeeper has now matched Donny van der Beek's goal tally for the season with a header, which is the maddest thing I've seen this season. It sums up our season. You know, there's a lot to be disappointed about in this game. You know, Reece Williams was poor. I think there was a bit of complacency from him, especially in that first half. You know, he's just come off a great performance against West Brom. Against United, sorry, and he sees it's West Brom, he sees it's Hal Robson-Kanu, he takes his foot off the gas and he gets punished. You can't do that in the Premier League. I can't really feel too mad at him because he's so out of his depth. He shouldn't be in this league. I think that's a fact. He'd admit it himself. But he sorted himself out for the second half and did all right till he came off. Sadio Mane, I swear the lad was born offside at this rate.
Yeah.
But we had a couple of good performances out there. Thiago, that's what we signed him for. He ran that game, created so many chances, just helped us get possession. Mo Salah, for the season he's had, we don't deserve him, do we? We don't deserve him. If he's doing this with the state of the attack next to him, and Trent again, really, really nice to see him drive on from fullback and add a new dimension to his attacks. You know, he's gone from just whipping these crosses to offering it a little bit more centrally and getting himself open for them shots as well. So that was nice to see, but mad. Alisson Becker's given us a chance at top four. Who would have thought it?
Mate, no, listen, I hear what you're saying. I think, by the way, with Trent, he was having I thought he started the season average. He had a really difficult middle part, but he's come good at the end. And I love seeing that. You always know you've got a great player on your hands when they come through the adversity, when they get a little bit found out and they go through a bad patch. How do they bounce back? How do they recover from that? And Trent's done brilliantly. There's no doubt about that. You know how good he is on the ball. I still see him as a player that maybe in a year or two they need to transition him to some sort of midfield or creative role, because I think he's better doing that than he is defensively. And maybe that the whole system at Liverpool needs to change in terms of using the fullbacks as the main creators going forward, as an example. But you know what? Overall today, I'm a Man United fan, and I watched that, and I couldn't help. I got goosebumps when Alisson scored because it's a rarity. I was looking at something here on socials about it, and they listed it. So it was basically said goalkeepers are scoring the Prem. Schmeichel in 2001, Brad Fiedel in 2004, Robertson in 2007, Tim Howard in 2012. Begovic in 2013, and now Alisson. But quite a few of them were like goal kicks that bounced in, right? Like this was different. This was a last-minute winner in a decisive, clutch game. It's one of the greatest goalkeeping moments in the history of football. And love or loathe Liverpool Football Club, it's something that people you should be. It's a wow moment. It's history, and I love being part of it. And being involved.
He deserves that as well, Alisson. After everything he's been through this year, it's nice to see him get a bit of love from the footballing gods up there.
No, and I understand that completely. I really do. Listen, mate, we'll get you back on very, very soon. Conroy is on next with us. Thank you. Conroy's here. Make sure, ladies and gentlemen, you're hitting that like button, that share button. Hit that share button now. Get this shared on your social media platforms. Subscribe to the Football Terrace. Conroy is on with us now as well. How you doing, buddy?
Can't believe that, Terry. I actually can't believe that. I thought I'd fell asleep because that doesn't happen. And considering every set piece Liverpool had, nowhere near a chance. Every set piece West Brom were dealing with, I don't know how he's managed to score. I can't believe it. Genuinely, it was a good header as well. It's not even like it's a lucky. He swiped at it. It's a great header. He could probably, he could teach our attacking players how to head the ball, to be honest. But no, I honestly can't believe it. I thought we're done. I'm not going to say we've got top four yet, because let's be honest, that's a relegated West Brom team. And apart from Salah, again, our attacking players didn't step up in the clutch moments, hit it wide, hit it the keeper, usual. So Burnley and Crystal Palace is going to be much harder than that. they're not going to get away with the keeper saving them again. The big players, apart from Salah, you talk about him being clutch. The other players need to step up, because I'm sick of seeing, unlucky when he hits it wide. No, step up. It's a massive game. And I felt like they didn't again. Is people will blame, I know Tom was mentioning Reece Williams, right? But he's made one mistake. It's 1-1, we're back in the game. You're meant to be top players. Go and deal with them in the second half. But yet again, just poor finishing all round. And big Alisson, it's not even the goal, Terry. He makes a save, the disallowed goal, and then there's a save, I think, just before or just after it, 1-on-1, he saves that. So really, when you look back at that game, he saves that, and then he scores the. I think they should all maybe owe him a week's wages to Alisson, to be honest, after that, because he gave them all a chance to play in Champions League, which they do not deserve. If we get in the Champions League, we do not deserve it. This is not if you make it in the season. You don't. Like, genuinely, we've got in through the back door because other teams have let us in. And if we do it, amazing. But we're not there yet. I can't believe it. It's unbelievable. I thought we were done. Genuinely lost for words. But as I say...
You know what? Like, I look at it this way. I'm a content creator. I need games to mean something. And we had the Spurs game earlier. I did a match review. I love speaking to Maya and Alex and Flicks and everybody that called up. But I was bored because the game didn't mean anything. This result now means midweek means something. Yeah. Midweek means something. And it's going to go to the final day of the season, because even if you drop points midweek, one of Leicester or Chelsea are also dropping points, meaning it's on for the final day of the season. And as football fans, yes, there's this element of, if you'd have lost today, we'd have all gone, banter Liverpool. But that's it, season done. The season would have ended today if Liverpool hadn't have won that goal. And for me, I love things going down to the final day. Relegation's over, the title race is over. We need something to look forward to. And that's my silver lining in relation to there's no doubt about it. We're going to get Ram, Safe, Sonny, Tom, and Conroy all back on as the panel very, very soon. Thank you very, very much, Conroy. But we're going to go to some of your calls first. I'm going to share the link right now in the live comment section. I want to give Liverpool fans a chance to phone up, have their say, tell us what they're thinking and feeling, because I know so much must be going through their heads. Keep your super chats coming. Get your super chat questions in now for the panel. Start sending them in now. Keep guessing for my man of the match also. Do you know what I'll do today? I'm going to do you a special deal. If we hit 1,200 likes while we're live on the air, I'm going to buy the first person. Actually, I've got to think of what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy someone a Liverpool fan shirt of their choice, or any shirt they want, not just Liverpool, anyone, any shirt they want. Get your super chat questions in. And the first person to... I've got to think of something here you've got to guess, you've got to get at, right? I want you to get this right. Okay, I'm going to tell you this now. I know what we'll do. The person who guesses Mo Salah's goal to game percentage for Liverpool, right, first of all, I'll buy a shirt for. I'll give you a clue. It's between 55 and 70%. The person who super chats in the right answer, I will buy you a Premier League shirt of your choice. Get guessing right now. Get your questions in. But first up on the show, Monsieur Ahmed is here. What are you saying, buddy?
It's never a Liverpool game without being stressed, and that was stress 1,000. It's the story of our season, Terry. Majority of the game, but this, if it was a draw, this was the story of our season. We just couldn't break down teams. Our forward was poor. It's just nothing was working for us, and we always concede against the smaller teams. That's why after the United game, I said United is probably a team where we can get the win because they love to attack, and so do we. We like to counter attack. But West Brom, Newcastle, Burnley, those teams that like to sit back and just get a draw, they're the teams we struggled against. And after that Wijnaldum chance in 93, I said, that's it. It's a draw. We've blown top four. And who steps up? There's only one best goalkeeper in the Premier League, and that's Alisson Becker. He deserves it all for this season. Just before that, he's made a crucial save as well. A crucial save against Robson-Kanu. And yeah, over the moon. And it's a rarity. You never get a goalkeeper scoring. And to see that, it's like let's just say my nephew was sleeping because he's like 18 months old. I almost woke him up, so I apologize for that. But yeah, you
Brother,
can't
listen,
help it.
no, of course you can't. I remember twice. So my eldest son Archie, he was only very young when Martial scored against Liverpool. Not trying to rub salt in. I went mental and he cried for 10 minutes. And then only a few weeks ago, Freya and Jackson were both in here with me while I was watching Man United play. Rashford scored and I shouted. Freya just started crying and Jackson was like, we went like this and he fell on the floor. They're both screaming. I pick him up. Yeah, I love it, mate. That's just part. Kids have got to get used to it. They'll understand eventually. Listen, Monster, thank you for calling in and thank you for all your support on the channel, mate. Top man. No. Thank you. Thank you. We've got a super chat here that says this is better than Aguero's league-winning goal. But we're absolutely pathetic on relying on moments of brilliance from Ali. If we don't get top 4 yet after this, we're bigger bottlers than Spurs, is what Hamid is saying there. There's lots of guesses for the percentage. Nobody's got it right yet. Nobody has quite got it right. So keep your guesses coming in. But remember, we've got to get to 1,200 likes. So you've got to share this, get your friends involved, get your family involved. Just to hit that like button. It's cool. Go and get them now, ladies and gentlemen. Next call. Peterson is here. What are you saying, brother?
Fate. It was fate. They got a goal disallowed, which I believe should not have been disallowed. The first goal that we scored, I think Mike Dean didn't even touch the ball, but we happened to score the goal. And the last goal, oh my goodness, I screamed. My throat is dead right now. I'm so happy. And I felt like if we didn't win this game, it would have been crazy because we beat Man United for the first time at home. I mean, to your stadium in 7 years, something like that. I mean, we had to win this game. We just had to, and we did. And Alisson is just the best in the world. I freaking love him. And he actually deserves it because all the things that happened to him this year, I mean, really happy, really buzzing right now.
No, I bet you are. And do you know what's funny, right? We always want to win football matches by being the better team 3-4-0 because it's comfortable, it's enjoyable. But there is no better feeling than winning it in the last moment with one of the last kicks. If I could pick a way of winning, it'd be that way every single. Like when Man United were good, I used to pray that we went a goal down so we could come back. And that's a mad. I used to watch at home or be at the ground and we could see the goal. And I'd be like, okay, we're 1-0 down. Let's go now. And now it's a game because I feel like it's how confident are you, Peterson, that you are now going to go on and that you're going to pick up this Champions League space?
Like I said, it's fate. At this point, after this game, it has to be fate. We have to make it. So 110%. We have to. Just only 2 wins and it's done. We have to.
And I think you can do it. Peterson, thank you for always supporting the Football Terrace coming on today. Really appreciate that, buddy. Top man. Thank you. Next up, Mohamed is here. What is that, Mohamed?
Oh, I'm so glad Alisson saving the day for us again. Such a relief. It would have been really hard for us if we not win that game. Considering even though we might have won the last 2 games, there's still no guarantee of getting top 4 if we drew today. But really glad we won, and hopefully that gets us. Hopefully beat Burnley and Palace, and then get top 4. So hopefully.
Yeah, I understand. Who do you if you make top 4, who do you think is going to miss out? Which of the 2, Leicester or Chelsea? Who's going to fall away from it?
That's a good question. I think Chelsea will fall away. I think Chelsea are going to go in a downward spiral now. They'll lose the Champions League final and finish outside the top 4. That's what I think.
Well, I mean, if they did that, I don't suppose they'd be too bothered because that would give them everything they want still as in terms of Champions League football. But what a turnaround for yourselves after the season you've had as well to be this close to securing it. It must feel amazing in terms of how you've turned this around because 3 or 4 games ago you drew back-to-back to Leeds and to Newcastle. It seemingly looked over. It looked finished. How has Jurgen Klopp done this?
I don't know. Just that he must have galvanized the squad somehow. Klopp is a world-class manager, and he doesn't get enough credit for what he does. So all credit has to go to Klopp and his staff for getting Liverpool into this good position we're in at the moment. So hopefully we can finish the job off in the next 2 games.
There we go. Listen, there we go. Listen, thank you very much, Mohamed, for calling in and having your say. Appreciate that, brother, and for all your support. So far, nobody's actually got it right. Nobody's got it right, but we're still 400 likes shy of achieving it. So keep hitting that like and share button, people. Next up on the show, we're going to get Abs. Abs is a Chelsea fan. What are you saying, Abs? Are you scared of missing out on top 4?
Well, Terry, I've got a name for my football club. We call them Mother Teresa FC now because we just give out charity points for all these teams that need, some kind of support, something like that. Mother Teresa FC strikes back and has given Liverpool a way back into getting into the top 4. And yeah, I am nervous because we're playing Leicester again. Yeah, I know everyone's talking about, if you lose the first game in the cup final, which, by the way, I don't want to hear anyone talk about VAR and all that stuff. We were rubbish on the day and we got what we deserved. I don't want to hear any more. Let's just leave it at that. But with regards to the day, as I'm just come to be a football fan, I'm happy for Alisson because he has gone through a lot. He had the poor run of form after they lost to Man City. He's obviously had some personal issues, so I'm happy for him in that sense. But yeah, I'm still nervous because I think Leicester are on fire now and their tails are really going to be up. So I reckon, despite it being very unlikely now, we have to win the Champions League if we have any chance of getting into the Champions League because Aston Villa is going to be hard. Grealish coming back. They've got fans back. And if you've ever been to Villa Park, which I've been very lucky to go to, their fans are always loud. They're always making noise. They're always bouncing. So yeah, I'm a bit shook to say the least.
Mate, I hear you on that, and I would be as well because, you're 2 wins on the bounce. It could be 3 this week. Leicester go into this. I think Leicester go into this game motivated but relaxed because they're not expected to make top 4. They're not expected to beat you. They're the underdogs. They've won that FA Cup. They're buzzing. I think the pressure's starting to mount up on Chelsea now. We're really going to listen. I have so much faith in Thomas Tuchel as a manager. I think he's amazing. Let's see what these players are made of. Come Tuesday night, 8:15. We will be live at full time after that game. So listen, everyone tune in there. Listen, Abs, top man, thanks for phoning into the show. We're still going to get the panel back on, ladies and gentlemen. So stay with the Terrace. Nowhere else gives. There isn't another YouTube channel on the planet that gives so many fans a voice, you the opportunity to phone in and have your say. So make sure you're sharing the stream with your friends, with your family, across all your social media platforms. I'm hoping you're liking the new Premier League design as well. We've got a different color scheme for every tournament. Got lots more to come as well. Brand new studio secured as well. Because I said this the other day, Fan Park Live is coming back. Fan Park Live is back very, very soon. Ahmed here says 65%. No one's super chatted in the right answer yet. We're still 300 or so likes shy. No one's got the answer right yet. But next up on the show, Rack is here. By the way, Rack disappeared for 3 months on the Terrace when they weren't winning. He was nowhere to be seen. Nowhere. He's back today. How you doing, mate? I can't hear you. Hello? No, can't hear. Bro, it's like, yeah, no, I can't hear you. Check what your mic is. I'll keep you backstage and we'll try and get you back in again. Next up, we're going to put Rob Fowler on the show. Rob Fowler, what you saying?
Oh, crap. Terry, can you hear me?
Yes, buddy. What are you saying?
Oh, my God. This is the first time on the Terrace. I really appreciate all the work you do, man. Before I start with anything, I'm a Liverpool fan, but honestly, this is probably the best football channel, the one I watch the most. So, yeah, much love for you, the whole panel, the Midnight Vibes, everything, man. By the way, I'm the guy that came up with Finding Timo, by the way. So I'm claiming that on air.
Oh, yeah. We'll give you a little shout out there. Top man, I mean, you must be buzzing right now after winning a game like that.
Oh, man, you can't understand. Like, the 3 minutes before the game, I was done with football. I was done with this team. I just couldn't take it anymore, man. I couldn't take it. We beat United after fuck. And then, West Brom again, and we can't score. Nobody scores. And in the end, not any of our strikers, but it's our keeper who puts in what a clinical header. Like, I hope all our strikers sit there with the keeper and get some tips from fucking scoring goals, you know? And I expect those three guys to be saving some shots from off the line and doing his job for him from now on, you know? If this isn't the push we needed for our strikers, then I don't know what else. We really don't deserve it. Like, to be honest, that goal that got disallowed for them, I don't know how it got disallowed. I'm 100% sure it was a goal. When it got disallowed, I was kind of like, you know what? If they're gonna get a disallowed goal that should have been a goal, I'm fine with not making it, and that was it for me. But then, yeah, somehow they turned it around.
Do you know what's interesting about that goal? In the letter of I get why it was given offside. We've seen a number of them given offside for blocking the eyesight of a goalkeeper. Whether Alisson could see it or not, he wasn't going to. That's where I feel it was a little harsh on West Brom, because it didn't matter. He wouldn't have got there. He couldn't have got there. It would have gone in no matter what. But that's life. You have to take the rough with the smooth. Sometimes you get luck.
No, I'll take it. I'll take it for sure.
Absolutely. But how confident
I have one question. I have one question for you, Terry. I was gonna call in yesterday. It was my first time, and this is the question. Did Tuchel have to play that Kepa? Is Mendy not on the sheet for Champions League or something? Because if that's the case, then I understand. But if that's not the case, like, imagine Klopp reaching a final and then putting Adrian in. Like, what are you doing?
So for me, clubs have cup goalkeepers and all that. I don't like that notion. I agree with playing reserve players when you're playing lesser teams. But once you get to them semis, once you get to that final, you play the best you've got. I don't think Mendy saves that shot either. I watched it back 100 times. There was too much pace on the ball. But because Kepa was in goal, you're always going to see fans question it. Whenever there's a goalkeeper issue at a club. So at Man United, every time something happens where Henderson's in goal, it's David De Gea wouldn't have done that. Yeah, we've seen him mess up as well. It's just how it is for me. But listen, they've put a lot of pressure. This weekend has applied a lot of pressure on Chelsea. Now, listen, I've got a lot of faith in Tuchel, by the way. I still think Chelsea are going to win. I think Chelsea will beat Leicester. I still think Chelsea are going to win the Champions League as well. But the pressure's mounting on them. Listen, Rob Fowler, thank you for calling. Where are you calling in from?
Egypt. I'm calling you in from Egypt. Cairo,
nice.
Egypt.
Nice, bro. I heard a rumor about Egypt.
Yeah. What is it?
I've heard that cars in Egypt don't depreciate. They maintain value because things don't rust there.
That's crazy. No.
In Egypt.
No.
Story about
cars here, everything in the country is really taxed crazily. So cars cost, like, a Toyota, say a Honda Civic would cost nowhere close to like the amount that it would cost where you are. Like, it would cost a lot more here. Like, everything is taxed.
That's why.
Yeah.
So that makes sense then. Someone told me that, and I was like, things don't rust in Egypt. Maybe it's the atmosphere. I never really thought much about it, and you're the first Egyptian that's called the show, so I thought I'd ask you. Top man, thank you very, very much.
Big up, Terry. Love your show, man. Keep going. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Top man, thank you. I'm gonna phone my guy, Mo Negum. Mo Negum, if you're watching, I worked with this guy, Mo Negum, for years. He's a half Egyptian, half Scottish. He told me that story 15 years ago at the bank, and I didn't believe him, but I said, all right, I'll let you have it. And man was the first Egyptian that I've had an opportunity to speak to, so I thought I'd ask that question. None of you give a shit about the answer to that question, but I do. Mo Negum, I'm coming for you, my brother. I'm literally going to phone you. As soon as this stream ends, Mo Negum, I'm coming for you. You lied to me. I got the truth. Cars don't rust. Could have Googled it, couldn't I, in the last 15 years? But there we go. I don't know if you can have multiple guests on, but 64. Bro, I need to let you all know now. 64 is the right answer. Oi, oi, oi. 64 is the right answer. But we've got to get to 1,200 likes. And then you, sir, Ahmed, you get a shirt of your choice. But we have to get to 1,200 likes. So encourage them, my guy. Encourage your fellow followers. If everyone watching now hit that like button, we'd actually do it. There's 1,800 people watching. It actually isn't hard. And I'll buy it. And do you know what I'll do? I'll DM me and I'll buy it live on the air. I'll show confirmation, the whole thing, to prove to everyone. I know one of our old moderators, Strip Bear, keeps telling, oh, Terry didn't buy me my PSG shirt. If anybody wants to see the receipt, we got it, bro. We bought that triple XL shirt. That got done. Rack, are you here?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro. How you doing?
Yeah. Wow. I mean, what an end to the game, man. I was going mental when my stream was a bit behind, so I got an update off Twitter. And but you know the thing is with Twitter, you never know whether to believe it or not. So I was like, did it go in? Did it not go in? But yeah, wow, what a game. And look, I just want to, Alisson, man, that guy's been through so much, obviously, this season. I can kind of empathize. I lost my mum at the start of the year, and sometimes you'll just be doing like random stuff, and and she'll pop into my head. And obviously, him and his father were very close, and obviously they bonded over football. And for him to lose him like that, it's really, really sad. And so I just really want to big up Alisson, because it hasn't been tough. It's been a tough season for everybody at the club, but especially for him. Just love to Alisson, man.
Do you know what, bro? I think, like I obviously knew about your situation, and it's one of the reasons why I know that you weren't as active on the terrace.
Oh, yeah.
And look, we banter about why you weren't here and stuff like that. But it's interesting you say that, because whenever I haven't lost my mother, but we've all lost people that are close to us in different ways, shapes, or form. And sometimes certain things happen, and you feel that connection, or you feel that empathy towards somebody, and it makes it mean a little bit more. And it's been a hard year for everyone. And I no matter how much money you've got, it's one of the kind of non-discriminative elements of most illnesses, but what COVID did to the world, it stopped it didn't matter if you were a billionaire, a millionaire footballer, or sort of a working class person like myself or you. COVID did the same thing to all of us. It restricted us from seeing friends and family. It made life very, very difficult. And for Alisson to lose his father the way he did, and be on a different continent, let alone different country, not being able to come home. I mean, that's just, it's hard. It doesn't, and these are the things. It's really interesting that no matter how much money people listen. One of my favorite sayings in the world is, being rich isn't everything, but it certainly takes a sting out of being poor. But when it comes to health and family, that money doesn't mean anything.
No,
right? Same emotions. So I am happy on a personal level for Alisson that he got that goal, like I am, because what a year for him and everything else. On football.
Sorry, that took it.
No. You can say
whatever you want. Direction. Sorry about that.
No. Never a wrong direction, brother. Especially with you. Yeah, you're my guy. How confident are you now making the top 4 rack?
89%. For me, it's the Burnley game. That's the critical game, especially because Burnley are going to have fans back. And that's another great thing that we're getting at the end of the season. We're going to have a couple of games with fans, and it's going to be tough. Burnley's been a tough place for us to go. We've dropped points in the past, but I'm confident, man. And this is going to give the team hopefully the lift it needs for the last 2 games of the season. And yeah, I'm confident. I think we can do it, and it'll make me really happy if we do, just like a lot of Liverpool fans. So that'll be a great way to seal a difficult season for all of us.
No, listen, I totally get where you're coming from, and how you think and feel about that. It's very, very important to just have something else to fight for. And I think, actually, I know rival fans, and I am a rival fan, but when I host a football terrace, I'm as non-biased as I can be. You've kept the season alive today. Because if you lose, the season ended today, and there'd been these midweek games would just be dead rubbers. And you keep it alive now until next Sunday. And what an amazing 7 days of football we're about to all experience.
And to be fair, like, if you would have asked me 2 weeks ago, after we dropped points against Newcastle and dropped points against Leeds, I was like, it's done. But you never know with football, and that's what's great. That's one of the things that again, it's the magic of football. But we were done today. We were dropping points, and Alisson comes up with that, which is the least expected goal scorer you could possibly imagine. But that's why we love the game.
Yeah, I mean that's football. That is football. Listen, Rack, thank you very much for coming on, mate. I'll keep you backstage. And we'll speak to you again very, very soon. Top man. Thank you very, very much. Sorry, I nearly pressed the ban button on you there. No, because they're next to each other. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. Top man, Rack. We're going to get the panel on now. I need the panel on because I also need to go to the toilet. So I need the panel on to talk while I go to the bathroom because my whiskey's getting to me. I need to do one thing. I need to change the background. Background's now changed. That's been done. Let's get the panel on. Hit that like and share button because what are we on now? We're on 972. So we're still like 200. You know what? 1,150. And my guy Ahmed gets his shirt. Get Ahmed his shirt. Hashtag get Ahmed the shirt today. Let's do this. Hit that like and share button. Let's go. All right, boys.
Very good.
Right, I'm going to hand up. Who's Ram? You are the alumni of the Terrace. I'm going to hand over to you to set whatever you're going to talk about for the next 5 minutes because I have to run to the bathroom. So, Ram, over to you, mate.
Yeah, no problem. What's up, guys? How you guys feeling? What a win, innit? What a win!
As well.
What an
Everton are
absolute
losing.
win!
It
Oh
gets even
my
better.
god! Just want to quickly, just for the bants, like,
Oh yes.
my goalkeeper.
Really quickly as well, we cannot forget that Salah goal. Alisson's obviously going to have the headlines, but that Salah goal, oh my.
But Sonny, that means nothing if he doesn't score. The other 10 players should give him their week's wages because they didn't do it today. He did. Simple as that. Kept us in it. They had their chances. They bottled it. He didn't. It's that simple. I've said to Safe already. It's like unbelievable win, but it's no top four guaranteed because Burnley and Crystal Palace, apart from Salah, any other player who got a chance in that game today choked as usual, all season.
But can we say some players were better than they usually were? I thought Mane was
It's
actually
like relegated West Brom, Sonny. Come on,
Dave took points off us this season. Like, it's a big Sam's been getting it at us this season. Mane, everything apart from that missed chance was 10 times better than he usually is.
Yeah, but he's still playing with slippers. Every time he gets the ball, he slips on the ball, he touches off. Sorry, Ram.
I was going to say, I'll tell you what. No matter, I get your point that they're relegated, Conroy, but Big Sam is still Big Sam.
I don't want a Thiago loving because he's performed great against West Brom.
Oh, come on, he was beautiful. He was beautiful.
But Sonny, if Alisson doesn't score that goal, are we talking like this? This is what I'm saying.
Alisson did score that goal, so we can look at it with a little bit of a better viewpoint on it. If I've said my piece, I still said it's a disappointing performance, but I'm looking at it positively because we're still in there with a chance.
I'm buzzing, but see this rumour, we've made top four yet. This team have proved this season that that's not the case.
What we've done is given ourselves a great chance because of the run-ins that teams have.
No. Alisson's gave us a great chance, not the team. Alisson's
you can't say that.
If Salah, to be fair, I'm going to defend Sonny. If Salah doesn't score, it still ends 1-1.
That's not how football works, mate. Though, if they don't get a goal disallowed, they lose 2-1. I mean, like you can't speak of football like that.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I get Sonny's point when he says we have to thank Alisson because Alisson did save our bacon, no doubt about it. But certain players in this team can hold their heads up high, saying, "I contributed." The likes of Thiago, the likes of Salah, the likes of Alisson, the likes of I may put in a little bit of Trent because
they're really good, mate. I'm not disputing that. I just think you need people to turn up in clutch moments, or it means nothing today.
No, but there's only so many players in their position that can do that. Like Thiago can't have a clutch moment. He's a midfielder. He's done everything. I'm
not talking about Thiago specifically. I'm talking about there's just players had chances today. Gini at the end, Mane, Firmino, and they didn't turn up. But listen, mate, we can't change the goalposts. What I'm saying is, Alisson has gave us he's actually kept us in it. But those players who didn't step up today, they need to step up in these two upcoming games because you can't rely on Salah scoring from outside the box like that.
And that's where Sonny's right because I think Robertson had a shocking game. I think he was very poor for his standards.
See, I don't think
for
it's a
me-
shocking game. I don't know why everyone's saying it's a shocking game.
No, but
think
it's shocking. It's shocking for his standards. That's what I'm saying. Being the best
but
left
that's
back in the
what
world,
you
you expect better.
He's played every single game this season with
No, but
rest.
Tom, we can't say that because that can't be an excuse when we need to win. Like,
No,
we need
I'm
to
not
just go
using
on
it as an excuse. I'm giving the reason why his performances have dropped off
but
this season.
what's
Because
the
our
point
backup
of-
left back's played 4 minutes.
Yeah, but we can still call him. We can still say he's had a very bad
Yeah.
game.
I don't
No,
think
but
he
Tom,
did a very bad
I-
game.
I- I-
I don't understand it.
Tom, I get what you're saying, but there are some moments where Robertson has so much time and so much space, and then his crosses end up going to the first man. Like it's just one of those where
Didn't
I
actually
get it.
cost a lot to do,
Robertson hasn't been at the level he has because maybe he's been overplayed, but we have to criticize him where he is, and I think he hasn't been at it after December. It's as simple
I
as
agree.
that.
I just don't think he was that bad today. That's all I'm saying.
What are we
Yeah,
talking about?
I think-
What are we chatting about?
I actually forget.
No, we basically were saying
I like-
Alisson saved us.
Do you know what? Like, I'm jealous of the way he scored that goal. I love. No, do you know what it is? I speak about this a lot on here. I love legacy moments, status moments, stand out. You know, moments that it doesn't matter about everything else that's gone on. That goal could end up being, as long as you don't mess up in these last 2 games and bottle it. Sorry, Sonny, but bottle it in the last 2 games. That goal is what you've witnessed today is Liverpool folklore. In 50 years, 100 years, that goal is still going to be remembered. It won't be the best. It's not the best goal. It's not.
It was a good goal, though. It was a very good goal.
A very good header, right? But it's one of those goals that will live on throughout throughout time. And just think, you've all got to witness that as young men. You'll be telling your kids and your
No,
grandchildren.
hang on. If we get top 4, I'm forgetting about this. If we don't get top 4,
If you get top 4, and that's the bit that's really important there. I know there's still a lot of people, by the way, chatting about strip bear in the comments. So I need to do something here. I don't normally do this, but I'm going to do it live on the air, and I'm going to show you here. Here's the receipt. I've blocked out the addresses, but there's the receipt for the shirt that was ordered, the PSG shirt. The address been blanked out. Strip Bear's name, which I have in full, and address has been blocked out. You can see it there, ordered, my name, invoice details, the amount it cost, just in case anybody is questioning the integrity of the football Terrace. If we promise to buy you something and we say we've done it, we do get it done. It may be a bit delayed sometimes because I'm a very, very busy man, but it was done, it was sent, and it was over. That's the end of it. Anyone else that comments or talks about this, you're getting timed out or blocked because we don't deal with bullshit here. That's dealt with. That's done. In terms of moving forward, hang on. We're going to have to change the scenery here. We're going to have to go to this angle, and then we're going to do this because Igal's here with us. What you saying, Igal?
Yo, Safe. What are you talking about, mate? You're celebrating a win against West Brom in the Premier League. Only Liverpool, mate.
No, Igal, no, you're not doing this. No, Igal, you're not doing this. No.
Igal. You celebrated this goal more than you celebrated. No. Let me finish, mate. Let me finish, and then I'll let you have your chance to speak and tell me what you really meant. Arsene Wenger once said, "Winning getting to the Champions League is like a trophy." You guys ridiculed us. You said Arsenal is celebrating the top 4 trophy. Today, you said scoring this goal from Alisson was you celebrated more than Divock Origi scoring in the Champions League final. What are you talking about?
Do you know what?
Yes, because we knew the Champions League final was won.
Yeah.
No, the Champions League final was won. Like that. This is complete. We were dead on our feet today. We had no avenue of getting a goal, and then he pops up and has given us potentially a chance to attract new bigger players and get Champions League. This isn't like the Champions League final where we dominated from start to finish, and it was just like the
Champions
sealer.
League is a trophy now, right? You guys laughed at us for 10
No.
years.
Igal, you're not doing this now, bro. No.
You never moved on from getting 4th. You just stuck with 4th the entire time. That's the difference.
No. Now, bro. Like
You don't
literally,
get to do that. You don't get to do that. You laughed at us for 10 years for being
Igal, this is slightly
treating it
different.
like it's a trophy. You guys are treating it like it's a trophy right now.
I'm going to step in here. Right? This goes on all the time, right? Igal, you've got to understand that all the shit that we threw at you about lifting like invisible trophies, top 4 trophies, was all banter, right? When you're at the top of the league and you're winning the titles, you banter people that are not picking up actual trophies, that are celebrating things that are lesser. When you're winning the Premier League, coming fourth or third, it's a lesser achievement. When you're coming like fifth and sixth, getting into the Champions League is a greater achievement. It's just banter. I don't know why we always get on the terrace so caught up in banter. Like, it just is what it is. Now, celebrating, this is the difference, though, Igal, and I'm not trying to have a pop at Arsenal. Celebrating making the top four when you've had a small fall from grace and you're back on the rise is fine. Just settling and always being happy just for top four is admitting defeat. So if you stop fighting and demanding your club wins Premier Leagues, wins Champions Leagues, and you're just happy for top four, that's when you're at that's when, for me, at the elite end of the game, you're at a mediocrity level. Like I'm shutting down the banter in the conversation. I'm being a bit of a killjoy because other than that, it's like we all get it. And by the way, if any of our teams drop out the top four and make it back into it, we all celebrate because we all want to be in the Champions League, right? We all do it. We all hypocrisize ourselves by laughing if we win the Premier League and Arsenal celebrate coming fourth. We are going to laugh at you. That's just how it is. That's just it. Do you know what I mean? If you jump in a swimming pool, you get wet. If you stop breathing, if Arsenal
Arsene Wenger started a trend. He started a trend.
Oh, Trent, get out of here.
He started a trend.
Stop it, Gal. Stop it.
No. He started a trend 8 years ago, and now it's actually appreciated.
What trend?
People understand. The trend is that if everything else, if every other avenue is gone, you have to still obtain Champions League football. And Champions League football at this point is as meaningful as winning the League Cup for some teams. Listen, you're laughing, but if you were to win the League Cup this year and you were to not get Champions League football, which team got a bigger accomplishment?
There you go. You're celebrating that now, so you're going back on your own points.
I don't know what you're saying, Igal.
Are you trying to say that like teams?
Now I really don't know what he's saying.
Now we literally.
No, I really don't know what he's saying.
No. Yeah. That was me. That. Listen, I love. Do you know what? Do you know why I love Igal more than anything? I love the energy he comes with in terms of you all laughed at Arsenal for being happy coming fourth. Yeah, because it got to a point 4, 5, 6, 7 years down the line where you celebrate like a trophy. Liverpool are happy because they know they've had a bad season. They dropped down to like as far as 8th, 9th at times this year, and you've had a resurgence and you're going to make the Champions League. The reason that Liverpool are celebrating it, I'm not putting words in any of your mouths, is the resurgence at the end of the season shows you're turning a corner, but also being in the Champions League gives you a better opportunity of signing the right players, and it gives you. Do you know what? One thing that being in the Champions League guarantees? You have a chance of winning the Champions League next season. Like, it just does, and everyone's happy about that. I don't get this.
And this isn't
Terry,
repetitive either. We won the league last season.
It's not even. It's also the fact that it had to be Alisson. It had to be him. Out of everyone in the whole team, it was him. The guy that's made a lot of mistakes this season. The guy that's been through a lot in unimaginable stuff this season, and it was him. It was literally. It was scripted. But it's as simple as that. And Igal's just here trying to throw shade and trying to throw banter.
Trying to ruin my day.
He needs to. First of all, he needs to sort out his own club before he comes to talk to us.
But where I don't Igal was the guy that came on here at the end of last season and said Arsenal coming 8th to winning the FA Cup was better than Man United coming 3rd, or better than City coming because we didn't win a trophy. Now he's saying it's not.
I just love Arsene Wenger started the trend of teams trying to get Champions League. Like before Arsene Wenger came in, teams would be out the title race and go, nah, let's spin it off now. Let's get 17. Why not?
I don't want to be in the Champions League. I feel like I'm taking the piss. Do you know what I mean? Gal's back with us now. Hey, Gal, sorry, your signal bugged out there, mate. You back?
Listen, you guys know I'm not home, so I'm at my in-laws' house, and it's just like it's a mess right now. I can't even get my laptop out. But what I was gonna say was, you guys, well, yeah, I'm literally on a bunk bed. That's why people are saying I'm in jail. They're starting a trend on
jail with your opinions.
Listen, guys. banter aside, I just had to take on what Safe said. I was not going at all you guys.
Hey, Joe,
Safe
can I
did bring it up,
explain?
so I wanted to hear what Safe had to say, why he said that.
I want to explain, yeah. This whole season has been so difficult for us. Like, there's been so many ups and downs, but mainly downs, yeah. And there was a point where even me, yeah, and I'm like, people can call me a delusional Liverpool fan, and I was saying we're not getting top four, like it ain't happening. Like this season's a write-off and everything. And then slowly things have been changing a little bit recently. That win against Man United was just a massive, massive boost for us. And then this game happened, we conceded early in the game, and I was like, for flip's sake, same typical Liverpool. Go and beat Man United, can't beat relegated West Brom. And then as the game went on, we went 2-1. 1-1. And then I thought, you know what, it's not going to happen because we just weren't having good chances and everything. 94th minute, you're like, yeah, all right, cool, game's written off, whatever. Just sitting there just to watch the rest of the game. And then Alisson comes up, and I'm just like, why are we even bothering? Like, why is the keeper, what is he going to do? When's the last time a keeper made a difference? And then the fact that he went and scored that goal, it was just disbelief. Like, it was just absolute madness. And now there's something for us to look forward to in this season. Like, now we know Champions League is possible. Like, we've got something to play towards this season. It's not a complete write-off. And that's literally why that goal
You can't even reply. The connection's gone again.
It's not even that. Like a last minute goal is always going to be more memorable, more enjoyable than anything else. Like the Steven Gerrard goal against Olympiacos and the goal against West Ham. We always go to that because that's the most memorable and the most enjoyable.
Buy a keeper, buy a goalkeeper. Like,
think about it. If you had the opportunity to change time, would you like to come back from 3-0 down against AC Milan or have won the game 2-0 comfortably?
Come back from 3-0 down.
No, 2-0 comfortably every time, easily.
Conrad, you're so boring.
No, because football's that you can't if you're 3-0 down, if you're 3-0, sorry man, but if you're 3-0 down, like that never happens. So I thought you meant like you only feel that way because you think you've lost it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So you can't put that in a way before it.
I give you a magic one now. Would you rather go back to that final and win it comfortably 2-0 or win it how you did with that amazing, remarkable comeback?
Win it how we did.
Yeah, 100%.
Comebacks or last-minute winners are the greatest way of winning football matches. They just are. And look, I don't really kind of get where Egal was coming from. I don't get it.
Keepers very rarely win a game, though. See, this is the thing we're talking about this previous one, but it's usually when you're losing a game, you put a keeper, not when you're drawing, but obviously because of their situation. Yeah. I think Schmeichel, he scored for Villa. I think that made it 2-2 or 3-2, and then Brad Friedel equalised for Blackburn, and then Charlton scored. Jensen scored after.
Yeah, I think Schmeichel might have got a winner in a European game for Man United. I'm not too sure. It might be an equaliser. I have to go back. It was like 90s.
I think he scored. I think he scored internationally as well. Like I think like last minute against.
Yeah, in terms of I know that Gal was talking about trends.
Quite a few.
Schmeichel was the trendsetter. Schmeichel was the goalkeeper that started the we attack. I think Agal's back with us. He's been let outside on yard duty now.
I'm free at last. Okay. So I'm out now. Okay, this is what's going on, guys. This is what's going on. So I if you couldn't get what my point was you guys laughed at us for top four. I get it. You guys won the Premier League. You guys won the Champions League just a couple years ago. But now every club seems to be getting drawn into this infatuation for top four. And I get it that every team wants their team in the Champions League. But a couple, I would say 8 years ago, we were ridiculed for being consistently in that situation. And I get it that we stagnated, but it's funny how the trend has gone full circle and now every team is doing
Stop saying trend. Stop saying trend.
Egal, you're acting like teams didn't want to get top four before. Every team wanted to get top four. It was just, you were easy to joke about because you were big, you were winning titles, then you stagnated to fourth, couldn't push on. You became the butt of the joke. That's all it was.
No, I hear that.
This isn't a thing of Arsene Wenger created the trend of wanting to get top four. Or
he did.
It's just, he didn't because every team wanted to get top four before that. Do you think if you were to give a team that had just lost out on the title, go, see, you've lost out on the title here. Do you want Champions League or you wait for cup football?
Of course,
what one are they going to take?
If anyone was to take the title of creating the top four, it'd probably be Chelsea, because first it was top two with Arsenal and United, then it was top three with Arsenal, United, Liverpool, and then it was top four with Arsenal, United, Liverpool, and Chelsea. So I don't know what you're talking about with top 4. Arsene Wenger did all this. I know you're trying to be relevant, yeah, but come on, please, you need to do better than this, Agal.
Nah, listen. It's not even banter anymore. I literally just wanted to say you guys had a long season. If you guys get top 4, you know what? You deserve it. I don't want to hear none of that stuff where people saying the person who squeaks top 4 doesn't deserve it. You guys deserve it if you guys get it. But if you don't get it, you're still gonna get bantered. If you do get it, then Chelsea will get the banter. If Leicester don't get it, they're just gonna be called bottle jobs. So somebody, no matter what's, gonna miss out. It's just the way it works. But if you guys do get it, big up to you guys. Because today, the game, the result, amazing. And Mo Salah deserves all the credit because what Terry said earlier, I do echo it. He is your greatest ever player in Premier League history and probably even Liverpool history at this point. And you know what? Jordan Henderson should be your best ever captain.
That is a big
that's a bit, yeah.
Let's be real. No, because current history, I'm sorry, not greatest in history of all time, Premier League history, not greatest all time, because you guys have guys who've won back-to-back leagues like 3 in a row. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Premier League modern day history since '92, since I've been around.
I agree with you. Mo Salah, in my opinion, is Liverpool's greatest ever Premier League player. He's just the goals, the consistency, the clutch, and he's won things that other greats before him in the Premier era didn't achieve. And they had great teams as well. He definitely that. History-wise, that's hard because some of those players from the 70s and 80s were like Dalglish, Keegan, Souness. You know, just to name a few.
Careful, Terry. KJ might be on you when you say Souness, bro.
Listen, I know a lot of people don't like. It's also of course, isn't it? Because like Souness was great for what teams needed him to be back then. Would he work in the modern day game?
Oh God, no! He'd be sent off every game.
He would, but equally, some of the players now that are very, our players wouldn't have lasted in their era, so they'd be no good. You can't compare eras, but in terms of greatest, like Salah's the best Premier League player. I want to ask you guys that question. Who's better in the Premier League era for Liverpool? Consistency, delivery of trophies, scoring goals, winning games, being the talisman. Who's had a better Premier League career in a Liverpool shirt than Mo Salah?
No one, because you said trophies. No one. If you took away the trophies,
but it's your opinion. Mine's is Gerrard. That's best Premier League player we've had, and I'm not going to change. Maybe the best Premier League attacker. Fair enough. Maybe Salah.
What's Gerrard done in the Premier League that Mo Salah hasn't?
But I'm not talking about on basis of trophy. I'm just saying Gerrard for me is the best player I've seen for Liverpool in Premier League.
All encompassing. What has Gerrard done that makes him greater than Salah in the Premier League era for Liverpool?
But just as a player, he just is better. Like it's.
Why don't expand on that for me, please?
But you've got to try and say because he's won the Premier League, right? And therefore Gerrard's not Premier League, so it's a discussion. But that's not a fair argument because.
Big part of it. Would you ever turn around and say? Would you turn around and say that David Beckham has a greater claim to being England's best World Cup player because he scored in 3 tournaments running over Jeff Hurst that only scored in 1 tournament? Just because he had longevity over winning it and scoring in clutch.
I'm not talking just as a player. He's just a better player.
Gerrard's got the longevity on Mo Salah. Of course he has right now. But I think what Mo Salah's done in this last 4 years elevates him above every other player that's ever played for Liverpool in the Premier League. The amount of goals, the amount of games, the records that he's broke, the trophies in that time period that he has brought to your club, it's unprecedented in the Premier League era. And you have to factor in quality of player, outputs, technical ability, and what you've won. Or am I being disrespectful?
No, but I'd say career. I have to say career. Salah is the greatest ever Premier League.
But guys, as a player, like Gerrard is the best Liverpool player in my opinion ever. So I'm not going to change my tune because we're putting different categories. I'm not going to change it. You can have your opinion. That's fine. Gerrard for me. And if I get what you're saying, Terry, and you can look at that, but just Gerrard, just when I watched them and with Liverpool, the amount of times he saved us and just
that's nostalgia though.
It's not nostalgia though, mate, because I've watched every game with Steven Gerrard, right? The reason I'm a Liverpool fan is because of Steven Gerrard, and it's not emotional. I just think Gerrard. I think a lot of Liverpool fans would say Gerrard's the best player we've ever had. You'd say he's better than or even going further back.
And I respect that completely. What more does Salah have to do? Is it just a longevity thing? If he was to win 1 more, 2 more Premier League titles and be the lead man, would that elevate? What would he have?
Because you're still on the same argument with longevity, yeah.
No, I think it might be. Listen, I get what you're saying, guys. And I'm not trying to be like, changing your opinion. Just in my head, what I seen with Gerrard, it's going to take a lot. I don't know if it's specific longevity. Just in my head, for what I witnessed for that period of time, the Champions League, being that leader, it's very hard for me not to say Gerrard when it comes to Liverpool's greatest player, because just for what he done, his ability, just the way he dragged that team, I think it's. You can maybe argue longevity would change up with Salah, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. So I don't think it'll ever be a contest in my head. But then each to your own. If you feel that way, that's fair enough, guys.
I still believe it's Gerrard. I still believe it's Gerrard.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, it says, Comrade, we all love Gerrard. He was amazing, no doubt. But you haven't made one point why Salah hasn't done more for Liverpool.
But he's won a Premier League. This is what we're getting, right? So Salah's won a Premier League, right? This is what we're trying to get, and Gerrard hasn't won a Premier League. But therefore, that doesn't discard what he's done for our club. Like, we won every trophy apart from a Premier League. Gerrard's won every trophy.
He won a treble.
Over 100 Premier League goals, won the treble. I know Ted's going to say not the treble, but won that treble, right?
There's only one treble.
Sorry. I'd go back to that comment and say, what the only thing Salah's done that Gerrard's not done is win a Premier League. But Gerrard's like literally just been a leader and dragged that team for 10 years. So I don't see how we can just suddenly forget about that, even though Salah's been amazing in this period of time. But when it comes to a player, and Gerrard's still a better player by far. He's a better player.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this question. It's a difficult question. We're going to do it. Would Steven Gerrard swap his career with Salah's?
No, because he's a Liverpool icon. He's Mr. Liverpool.
No,
we can't forget he was Liverpool.
You don't think Gerrard would give up maybe?
But Terry, this is
50 winning goals in games to have a Premier League winners medal?
He'd be giving up 2 FA Cups, 2 League Cups.
Would you give up 2 FA Cups? Would Liverpool fans? Would you give up 2 of your FA Cups now to have more Premier League titles than Man United?
But if you watch what Gerrard says, Gerrard has looked at life.
I don't think. I don't know.
But sorry, Terry, can I say something? They're so different as players. It's like, why is Van Dijk not in this conversation then?
What?
Because
no. Henderson's a better captain.
Van Dijk, since Van Dijk's come in, is where we've had our dominance in recent times. It wasn't Salah that gave us that dominance. So why is Van Dijk not in this conversation for that matter?
No, but Salah did have that Salah broke record the season before Van Dijk came in, to be fair.
He had 6 months before Van Dijk came in.
Yeah,
you can't really say he had a year before. When Van Dijk came in, everything changed. Because when Salah was there and Van Dijk went, we weren't good. We were still having these defensive issues. He's come in and he's changed the team from challenging for 4th, 5th to challenging for titles, winning Champions Leagues, winning Premier Leagues. That's a bigger impact than Mo Salah in a weird way. Mo Salah's brought the goals, which are important, but Van Dijk, it's the thing, innit? Goals win your games, defense wins titles.
Sorry, everyone. Sorry. There's a super chat here. I need your response to Mohamed here. My guy Mohamed, who says the real question should be, if Gerrard is Liverpool's greatest captain, why when Hendo got the armband did Liverpool become a powerhouse? Maybe Gerrard was holding them back.
Or maybe Jurgen Klopp.
The years in between that were horrendous. No one mentioned that.
I tell you this. No. We're not doing. No, wait.
Even Igolo knows that's a mad one.
Mohamed Yusuf here. My guy, Mohamed Yusuf from Canada. That's him. That's not me, but I'm asking question based on that little comment there still.
He's a City. No, wait. Terry, he has to factor in, yeah?
That's Sane.
We brought in Jurgen Klopp when Henderson was captain. And for me, Jurgen Klopp he's a better manager than the likes of Gerard Houllier and Rafa Benitez, in my opinion. Because he's got us to somewhere where we haven't possibly imagined. And I certainly believe that if Gerrard was under Jurgen Klopp, he would have a greater career than probably have a career that would match Frank Lampard's. I think that I will put my hand up. I will say Gerrard will have a much more equal career than Frank Lampard if Jurgen Klopp was manager.
But football doesn't work that way, guys. You can't have it it doesn't work like perfect timing doesn't happen. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
No, but we can't have this debate then.
We're fans. If buts and maybes matter, do you know what I mean? If buts and maybes are what fans are about in relation to that. I love these conversations. By the way, I'm not disrespecting Gerrard. I think he's a colossal midfield player. but winning trophies and the major trophies are key fundamentals. They're key fundamentals, in my opinion. And do you know why I think that? I watched Rio Ferdinand's channel last. I think it was Monday. It came out. Did you see it? It was Rio, Rashford, and Rooney, like 3 of my favorite players ever. Listening to him talk, and I was asking Rooney about his goal scoring record, essentially, and he basically just said, "I couldn't care less about the goals, how well I supposedly like." He goes, "I cared about how I played because I wanted to win. It was the trophies." When you speak to players, what comes top of the tree is trophies. So if the players and the clubs, the trophies are creme de la creme, shouldn't we judge players on the trophies, which they want? In football, Ryan Giggs is looked at as God because of how many Premier Leagues he won. Fans are like, nah, he didn't score this, didn't get that many assists, didn't score 20 plus goals a season. Football players look at us and go, you're all dickheads. We don't care about that. Just saying.
I think it was like Matt Letizia. If it was like Matt Letizia and he didn't win anything, but Gerrard won a lot for Liverpool as well, though.
No,
he did win a lot.
Yeah, he did win a lot. Matt Letizia. I haven't met Matt Letizia, but he does know my dad. My dad does after dinner speaking. If I could meet Matt Letizia and ask him one question, it would be, why did you bottle move into a big team? Like, anyone who stays at a small club that long, is that good? I question their bottle. I question their ass. I question the size of their bollocks. Do you know what I mean? Like, why didn't you try it? Because Matt Letizia,
some player as well. What a player!
Oh,
unbelievable.
Goals. Just go, listen, young kids.
What a highlight reel.
Just Google Matt Letizia. Like, anyone who watches him that sees him now and just think
Harry Kane before Harry Kane.
Oh no, he weren't a striker.
No. Like goal scorer wise, that's what I mean.
No. He was a scorer of great goals, right? But just Google Matt Letizia goals. Don't forget the kind of the gammon that everyone thinks is a bit of a gammon, an overweight gammon now. Watch him. Just Google and watch his goals. The man was a baller. But I'm annoyed that he didn't have the cojones to go to a bigger and better club than Southampton, because he could have won everything in the game. He was up there with everyone in the Prem in his era. Aaron here says, so you guys are saying no matter what, Salah can't surpass Gerrard as a great. Just wondering, still Gerrard, still my favorite player that has ever played for us, but someone will pass him eventually. And that's my question.
No one's saying that. No one's saying they can't pass him, but what Gerrard did is so...
Let me ask, massive. What does Salah need to do, in your opinion, Tom, to surpass Gerrard's greatness? What has he got to do?
See, this is where it's tough, because my heart tells me he has to do more, but it's tough to say because Gerrard never really got the chance with the team as great. I'd probably say carry a team which is worse than this one to a better finish, because that's what Gerrard did for a good spell. He carried teams that shouldn't have been challenging to challenging positions. That's what he did.
No.
So that's the only thing I could say. He has the trophies. He has the trophies. Trophies aren't everything. Trophies aren't everything in football, because...
Come on, man. He had Gerrard. The only times Gerrard challenged was when he was in brilliant teams. Mascherano, Alonso's in his midfield. Hupier's in his defense. Suarez is up front. You guys had some very good teams under Gerrard, and everyone likes to twist it into he was basically playing with the West Ham squad. Come on, man.
Were any of them teams on the level of this team now?
No, but Salah's one of the reasons that you're above and beyond that level, because he's
Gerrard's one of the reasons then teams are looked at so greatly. That's the point.
But you just said they weren't great.
They weren't great, no, but the supporting cast around them weren't great. The supporting cast around them weren't great. He had a number of decent players.
That is great when they're not great. That's a Fugazi.
The team is great because of the impact he had, but the surrounding cast weren't.
Come on. Listen,
Terry, I'd sum up. See, Gerrard was in good teams. I think this is a great team. So I think the best was, like, not every player was good, amazing in the teams. You had Mascherano's, Alonso's. Like, you had some, and Suarez, these brilliant players alongside, but they were always, I would say, most of the time, good teams, never great teams. There was always areas of weakness, and I feel like we've had 2 seasons, not this one, obviously, where we'd probably say we had great teams. That's the way I look at it with Gerrard. I don't try to say, right, he's took a Burnley team and done it, but I just thought, for me, he stood up. We talk about clutch moments, and I just thought he stood up, and I just thought they were good teams, and and this is a great team. But the thing is, we can say if, buts, and maybes if we made it, but then maybe timing works with this team, and that's why the system works. And at that time, I mean, there was arguments in the past. I know people said sometimes if Gerrard played in this team, would it do even better? Who knows? But I just feel like they were good teams, and this is a great team. And that's the difference for me. I don't know if you agree. Do you actually? Would you say Gerrard is not Liverpool's best player? Would you actually say Salah is Liverpool's best player in the Premier League?
I wouldn't say it. I didn't even want to get into this argument.
Yeah. Can I say
not.
one thing? The whole captain thing. He's led you to a Premier League. That's one thing your fans wanted for 30 plus years that you guys were fighting for, trying to get. And Henderson was the captain that got you there. And not only was he the captain, I'm pretty sure he was player of the season that year. Am I wrong? So
right. Player of the season.
But would you say that's also down to us having one of the best managers in the world, Jurgen Klopp?
Okay,
because I don't think you could compare Rafa Benitez and Gerard Houllier to Jurgen Klopp. I think, in my opinion.
Are you guys kind of a little bit protecting Steven Gerrard? No one's insulting Steven Gerrard at this point. We're just saying Henderson was able to get a Premier League team to a higher level than Steven Gerrard.
Let me just say, I'm not. You're doing the Henderson Gerrard thing. I'm talking Salah when I'm talking. By the way, we got 4 minutes of the stream left, and you got 4 minutes to get 70 more likes, so that our guy, and I want to make sure I get his name right, Ahmed. So that Ahmed, no, it's not Ahmed. Where's it gone? I'm trying to find the super chat. You guessed the percentage right. Where is he?
I guess I'll have to take it. Oh, what a shame.
No, I need to get it right. Where is he? I can't see his super chat. Has he deleted his own super chat? Why would you do that? I told you won. Come on, mate. But we got to get to 1,200 by the end of the stream.
Hey, someone's got to take it, and I'm not going to say no.
Question: Which midfield would you have? Fabinho, Henderson, and Gini, or Gerrard and Alonso Mascherano?
Gerrard Alonso Mascherano. But if you were to ask me then, what attacks would I have? I'd have this current attack and this current defence. If everyone's fully fit and on form, that midfield is the only thing that's probably better.
And goalkeeper
from Gerrard's era. Alisson's better than Reina. Alisson's better than Pepe.
Alisson's better than Reina. Trent was better than Arbeloa. I'll probably say Virgil van Dijk and I'll probably say Joe Gomez and Virgil van Dijk were better partnership than Huppier and Skirtle.
And who else did
you got Agger in there as well.
But Agger barely played because he.
From Mohamed says, don't shoot the messenger, but Gerrard is on page 8 of the Hall of Fame list. Salah might retire and get inducted before him.
Yeah, if that happens, like, I don't really care about that. Do you know what I mean?
No, what do you mean you don't care about that? I know you do. Let's be
real. No, but like, I don't need someone else to tell me who my player is.
Budweiser Hall of Fame. Why would I judge my players' achievements off the Budweiser Hall of Fame?
No, because when it comes down to it, let's be real. It's based on Premier League achievements, and Steven Gerrard's Premier League achievements are League Cups and FA Cups, and there's a long list of players that are going to get in before him, and you know that, so you're deflecting.
But Cups can only say so much, because then you were saying Harry Kane's a useless player. Like, he's just got no legendary status or nothing. In fact, not a single Tottenham player is a great player because they've never won any cups.
No, have you seen the list? I don't think there is a
players of the year. Gareth Bale's 2 Premier League players of the year.
Not even that. Like
Ryan Brewster has
you could easily
medals than Harry Kane.
Yo, if Conte retired tomorrow, he gets in before Gerrard. Let's be real.
Gerrard scored over 100 Premier League goals as a midfielder. He's not going to
talking about Premier League achievements as a player. If Conte retired tomorrow, he gets in.
Okay, let me tell you this.
There's a lot of players.
Would you say Gerrard has a better European legacy than any Arsenal player because he's won a European Cup and you haven't?
Yeah, he has a. We don't have a European pedigree. You guys have.
So he's got a better legacy than Patrick Vieira.
In the Champions League, you could say that because he's won it. Okay.
That's a
different argument. That's a different argument.
I just said better legacy. Right? Does Gerrard have a better legacy than Vieira because he won a Champions League and Vieira didn't?
Listen,
Vieira won a Premier League and Gerrard didn't.
In the Premier League, Steven Gerrard will be inducted. Steven Gerrard will not be inducted next season. And you know what? Patrick Vieira will be because he's won Premier Leagues. He has a more Premier League pedigree than Steven Gerrard.
Okay, cool.
Steven Gerrard Vieira debate because you're never going to win. So
you just have to bring up European Cups.
No. We're not talking about European Cups. We're talking about Premier League. That's why you guys like to.
But
That's why you
Gerrard
like
has
to
a
go back
better
to
European
Cups.
legacy. Gerrard was in the team of like the what was it, decade or century for
Team of
Europe,
the
for
century.
Europe because he had that much of an impact on a European stage.
Don't get excited because you had a goal scorer that led to a Champions League, and we had actually
Oh,
won.
please,
38
no.
games.
You would trade a Premier League for European Cup,
Listen,
no doubt.
listen. I could my team could still win a Champions League. At the end of the day, let's be real. Your team can still win a league. But Steven Gerrard will never go back and win a Premier League. That is facts.
Vieira can never go back and win a Champions League. That's what I'm saying.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in to us this evening. It's been amazing. What a game. What a result. We're back tomorrow with more content for you. But until next time, take care. Goodbye. God bless. And we'll see you all again very, very soon. Peace.